How y'all doing? My name is eris.zion. I am the social media person for the WPC White Privilege Conference. This is my 6th conference, and I am here with
Jasiri X, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is my first White Privilege Conference, and I started off with a bang. I mean, I was able to perform a song I wrote about Trayvon Martin right after, Angela Davis did her keynote. And so, I'm happy to be in a forum where, one, we can talk about really the issues that led to Trayvon being murdered and Zimmerman getting off, and hopefully have some reformation in these issues,
Okay, so since we're here and we get to have a little bit of a dialogue, what brought you to the art of performance anyway, like just in general?
Wow, I actually, it was as simple as a friend of mine got some turntables and said, you should write a rap. And I wrote one, and it was very bad. But along the way, I got encouraged, and I just got better and just became kind of a student of hip-hop.
Okay. And so what I see you doing these days, so, I've seen a lot of your YouTube videos, and you really take social justice issues and use hip-hop as a venue to kind of communicate that to all people. What made that bridge happen for you? Like, was there like a song or a moment or an experience that kind of made you take, angry about this situation, love of this music, and making it mass?
Yeah, I actually had stopped rapping. I was a full-time activist in Pittsburgh. With some other brothers, we started an organization called One Hood to use hip-hop to really combat the violence. So I was just an activist, but I heard about the Jasiri X, and I didn't have money to donate, so I said, I'm gonna write a song about it, and I sent it to a website called allhiphop.com, never thinking that it would go beyond maybe a few people listening to it. Next thing I know, I'm getting calls from the Michael Basin show. He's playing it. I'm in Gina. I'm, meeting the Jasiri X and their father, and but really it showed me. I got so many messages from people my age or younger saying like, "We're so happy you made this song," and it showed me like. It was like I was lied to, because I was told like, if you make conscious hip hop, you won't sell, you won't be successful. Young people don't want to hear this. And it was like so many young people was like, nah, we're so happy you made this song. Thank you for expressing this. And so I was like, I was lied to. And so, after that, we just started to create these videos. And, we're over 1 million views on YouTube. And it really, once again, we're right back to another situation with Trayvon, where a lot of young people like yourself will get involved in organizing and, saying the same thing. They're happy to hear music that talks about what's happening and what's relevant to their lives.
Now, I saw you do the Trayvon song live.
Yes.
Cold. Like Eddie played it downstairs, and I heard the chick's voice. I was like, who is that? Tell me a little bit about what was happening in that situation. Like, where were you all at? What was happening? What was the energy like? I would love to know about that.
Oh man, it was. I was contacted by an organization called Move On.
Okay.
And they said they saw the video and they wanted to do a live version of it. Could I come to New York? Now, this was like, okay, we're going to do this event in 2 days, literally. And so get to New York. We practice with this live band about 3-4 times. We go to the church, not even sure if people were going to show up. I met Kevin Powell, who's a dope dude. The next thing you know, over 500 people in the church, standing room only. But then it's like I got to perform this song, and for me, it was real emotional because that was the first time I performed it live. And doing it live, and I did it 3 times in a row. And all 3 times it was a standing ovation, and it was just really just a powerful experience to just really be embraced. Kevin Powell was telling me, like, he said he thought it was a setup, because he was like, man, you want to do something 3 times in a row, and then filming a video. And he was like, Brooklyn don't normally embrace.
I mean, listen, I've done the Apollo, so I know what the New York crowd can do to a person.
So for them to just embrace me like that, it was beautiful. But it was for Trayvon, and people were there. So we had a community forum. People were there to express their pain or hurt their anger. So it was definitely one of, if not the, most memorable performance I've ever had.
I mean, you had me thinking that you were from New York. I was about to say, you from Brooklyn? Okay. Well, I really, really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your dedication to this work. It's inspiring to me as an activist to know that there are other young people in my backyard, you know, my next door neighbor, that I can rely on, and you can rely on me, so we can really get this work done.
But let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Because you talked about, you know, organizing the rally for Trayvon in Cleveland on Twitter, and what, one day,
24 hours.
Somebody you did not know.
Nobody I knew.
How did that happen?
Basically, a friend of mine, somebody had tweeted, a girl, her name is Christian, she tweeted like, hey, I really want to put together something for Trayvon. And I guess a mutual person that we follow just said, hey, hit up Eris, because she's good for stuff like that. And so when she tweeted me, I was just like, let's do it. And it was just like that. We set a date. This is all happening over Twitter. We set a date over Twitter. I got in contact with Fox News on Twitter. She got in touch with ABC, like local, all these news stations. We got in touch with radio stations. All of them we got in touch with, all via social media. We had never even seen each other in person. We had maybe 2 phone conversations. And then we were texting each other as I was walking to Public Square, downtown Cleveland, like, hey, I got on a blue sunglasses, this is what I look like. You know, she's like, I'm at McDonald's, I'm hungry, but I'm on my way. You know, like, it was just like that. And we had about 200 people show up. We did a very short march from Public Square downtown to our Justice Center, where we were able to have children of all ages, from like 2 years old to 18 years old, and then we had our elders and all of those people. It was a really intergenerational rally, and I was able to pull all the kids who are under 18, who are all under 18,
that's who's on Twitter.
And just put them all in the middle and have all these grown-ups surround them and just say to them, hey, if nobody tells you, we love you. You know, and we know that there is people out here who are trying to take these from you simply because of the color of your skin, and know that we are here to support you and that you're not alone in this world. And so just to be able to do that is great, you know, and it's, you know, to be on TV and having people from all my family just calling me like, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's just, and all I was doing is what my mom taught me, you know, do what you know is right to do. My mother was in the front of the line for the march with her fist in the air. No justice, no peace, you know? And for me to be able to share that with my mother, who was a part of the civil rights movement, who spent time in the South during, you know, literally in the height of civil rights, like, you know, Montgomery, Alabama, it was written. You know, to be able to do that, so it was just a blessing.
History being made right here,
right now.
You should be here next year.
Yes. All right, y'all. My name is Eris. I thank you once again. Stay tuned to all of our videos, and peace.